Hope you're all good. Welcome to the new board. Today we will be studying about the properties of conductors in electric field. Actually, we are trying to prepare our background in order to study the forthcoming one of the important properties and about the basic principles of capacitors. So we are preparing our grounds to understand capacitors and dielectrics. We are starting with properties of conductors in electric field. Very rarely these properties are asked to quote as such. Means very rarely do we have questions to write the properties of electric fields. But it is for sure that most of the times you will find the applications of these properties either in the form of reasoning based questions, conceptual questions, numericals, or in order to understand some other important derivations. So it is the application kind of segment. Directly you may not be asked to quote them, but you have to register them in your mind, have clear concepts, and you should be able to apply them as and when required. Getting on, first property is net electric field in the interior of a conductor is zero. Means inside the conductor electric field is zero. Let us see why. Consider a conductor. I have taken this conductor in the form of a square or rectangle. You can say it has sides A and B. And we have taken electric field applied. This is the applied electric field. Direction indicates this side must be positive, this side must be negative. And when this applied electric field is there with the conductor, something happens inside the conductor. There is some turbulence which is taking place inside the conductor. Now what is it? It is each electron in a conductor. Remember, I am talking about conductor which has huge number of free electrons. So each and every free electron in the conductor will be experiencing electrostatic force of attraction, and the direction will be towards this positive plate. Keep in mind, this is your applied electric field direction. This is the direction of applied electric field. Electrons are experiencing a force of attraction towards this side. So most of the electrons, they will shift from the side B to the side A, and they will reach the side A. And you can say the side A will be rich in electrons. The electrons will be accumulated here and leaving the side B with the lacuna, or you can say vacancy or lack of electrons, which gives the side B positive charge. So side A is rich in electrons because they are feeling attractive force towards this positive charge. This force is Q, charge is E into electric field. Direction is opposite. This gives rise to an internal electric field. Inside the conductor there is now electric field. We call it EP. Also it is known as induced electric field. EP is induced. This is called induced electric field, which is induced due to the external field. But the direction is opposite. From plus to minus, the direction of EP is this. Hence, E applied and EP, they are equal in magnitude, but their directions being opposite, the net electric field inside the conductor is zero. An important point. Then the second point is electric field intensity just outside the charged conductor is perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. Let us consider a conductor. This is a conductor. Let us say it has charge residing on its outside. It is all charged. Charges reside on the outside. What we are saying is the direction of electric field should be always perpendicular to the surface of the conductor which is charged. Let us take it in a contradictory manner. Let us say the electric field is not perpendicular. Electric field is making some angle theta with the surface of the conductor. Obviously, it will have two components. It will have components. This is E cos theta and this is E sin theta. This E cos theta, it is in the direction of the surface and it leads to surface current. E cos theta leads to surface current, but we know that there is no surface current, only we have static charges in this situation. So if the surface current is 0, that means E cos theta component should be 0. If E cos theta is 0, we know that E is not 0. That means cos theta should be 0. If cos theta is 0, then 100% situation is that theta should be 90. What is this theta? Theta is the angle which the electric field is making with the surface of a conductor. That means what? Electric field can have no other angle other than 90. It should be at 90 degrees to the surface of the conductor. Otherwise, this will lead to a situation of surface current which is not possible. Let us come to the third point, which is net charge in the interior of a conductor is 0. This is again obvious from the Gauss law. This is according to Gauss theorem, integral E dot ds is equal to phi flux, and this is equal to charge upon epsilon naught. And if electric field is 0, we know that E is 0 inside a conductor. This is our first point. If E is 0 inside a conductor, that means if E is 0, then Q must be 0. Inside the conductor, the charge, net charge is 0. Fourth point, the charge resides on the surface of a conductor. Whatever charge we give to the conductor, it resides on the outer surface of the conductor. It can never get into the conductor. So, charge resides on the surface of a conductor, and V, what is V now? It is electrostatic potential, yes, and V is same at the surface as well as in the interior of a conductor. Why is it so? Let us talk about it randomly. Let us say this is a conductor, it is charged, so the charge resides on the external surface of a conductor, and the situation says V is constant. V is constant on the surface as well as on the inside. Now, how can we correlate potential with the electric field? Yes, going back to the previous episodes, you know that we have already established this relation. Electric field is equal to minus dV by dr, potential gradient, if you remember. So, E is equal to minus dV by dr. It is already known to you by now that electric field inside the conductor is 0. If E is 0 inside the conductor, that means dV by dr, this differentiation of potential with respect to distance will be 0, potential gradient. If dV by dr is 0, that means it implies that V is constant. If differentiation is 0, that means V is constant. So on the surface it is V, and all together inside the surface also this is V, and it is going to remain constant. So V is constant, on the surface it is V, and inside also it's all V. Last and important, electric field at the surface of a charged conductor is sigma upon epsilon naught. On the surface of a charged conductor, the electric field value comes out to be sigma, which is surface charge density, and epsilon naught, you know, it is permittivity of free space. And you remember, this is the situation we got it from applying Gauss theorem, the electric field due to infinite plane sheet. Then we have last and important thing, that is electrostatic shielding. This is nothing new. This is again referring to this is explanation of point 1 only. Electrostatic shielding means it is the method by which we can shield something from the effect of electric field. Electrostatic shielding is shielding something, protecting something, or a method of protecting something from the effect of electric field. And this we do with the use of conductors. We know inside the conductor electric field is 0. So there are some reasoning based questions which are asked frequently regarding this, like when it is lightning and thundering outside, it is always advisable to sit inside a car. Basically it is talking about the cars which were previously mostly metallic bodies. And it is not safe to sit under a tree, because inside the car, assuming the car to be mostly metallic body, the inside portion of a car acts like a cavity, and all the charges due to electrostatic thundering will reside on the outer body of the car, and the inside of a car will act like cavity, and inside the electric field will be zero, and you will be safe inside the car. The charges will reside on the outer body, inside will act like cavity, inside the electric field will be zero. That is electrostatic shielding, means you are shielded from the electric field. This is the explanation of the first part. So I hope you got it. We have studied some 6 points. Electric field inside the conductor is 0 and electric field should be perpendicular to the surface. Then we have net charge is 0 inside the conductor. Potential remains the same all through the conductor. The value of electric field is sigma by epsilon naught and electrostatic shielding. Let us keep it in mind that you have to understand these concepts, and we will be applying these concepts time and again. In the forthcoming episodes, we will be studying something very important like dielectrics, polarizability, susceptibility, and we will altogether use these concepts in order to understand one of the major segment of the chapter, that is capacitors. Till that time, thank you. Stay tuned in.